Ah, welcome, my delightful connoisseurs of chaos, my collectors of whispers and wildfire. You've heard the tales, haven't you? The hushed voices, the frantic gasps, rumors spilling from trembling lips like a disease. They swear you should be gone, buried, defeated, wiped off the board like a mistake they'd rather forget. And yet, here you are. Still standing, still breathing, still laughing. Oh, how it eats them alive. See, people love a tragedy, as long as it's not their own. They cheer for the hero, they weep for the fallen, but nothing excites them quite like the spectacle of someone they hate going down in flames. They needed you to lose. It made them feel safe. It reassured them that the world still made sense, that effort meant something, that the bad guy always gets what's coming. But what happens when you don't stay down? What happens when you claw your way back up from the abyss, grinning like a demon that just enjoyed the trip to hell? Panic. They can't explain it. It breaks their little rules, their fragile cause and effect reality. You were supposed to be finished, ruined, erased from existence. But instead you emerged stronger, sharper, untouchable. And now they don't know what to do with you. So they talk, desperate, frenzied, spitting out theories, conspiracies, anything to make sense of what they don't understand. No, it's impossible. They must have cheated. No one survives that. It has to be a trick, a lie, a glitch in the universe. But deep down, in places they don't dare speak of, a far more terrifying thought slithers through their minds. What if they were just built different? What if you survived because pain doesn't break you? It feeds you. What if every betrayal, every scar, every sleepless night turned you into something they cannot comprehend? That's the real nightmare, isn't it? That you didn't escape death. You faced it, shook its hand, and walked away laughing. And that, my dear survivors, is why they will never be like you. Because they need rules. They need logic, fairness, justice, a world that makes sense. But you abandoned all that a long time ago. You learned that the game was never fair, that the world doesn't reward the righteous, it tests the strong. And you didn't just pass. You rewrote the fucking test. So let them talk, let them choke on their own confusion. They can swear up and down that you cheated death, that you're some unnatural force that refuses to fade. But you and I both know the truth. You didn't cheat death. You became something worse. And now they have to live with it. Oh, but it doesn't stop there, does it? No. Because the rumor mill never sleeps. Once they accept that you're still standing, that you're still here, they have to ask themselves a far more horrifying question. What happens next? See, they were comfortable when they thought you were done. It gave them closure, a sense of finality. They could sleep soundly, knowing the story had ended the way they wanted. But now they lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering, if they survived that, what else are they capable of? And that's where the real terror begins. Because, my dear, resilient, indestructible creature, you're not just standing, you're moving, you're evolving, you're growing into something they cannot stop. And they hate it. Because you're not supposed to be here. You were supposed to break, supposed to fade into irrelevance, supposed to lose. But instead you walked out of the wreckage like a goddamn nightmare made flesh. And now, they don't just fear you, They fear what comes next. Oh, how delicious it is to watch them scramble, to see their desperate attempts to control the narrative. They're different now. They're dangerous. They must have made a deal with the devil. Something's not right. Nobody comes back like that. But that's where they're wrong, isn't it? Because you didn't come back. You came forward. You shed the last remnants of who they thought you were, tore away the weak, fragile pieces they once mocked, and built yourself into something beyond their comprehension. And now you don't just survive, you thrive. You move through the world like a specter, a reminder of everything they could never be. You don't flinch, you don't hesitate, you don't waste time begging for understanding, because you understand something they never will. The old you had to die for this version of you to exist. And oh, what a beautiful funeral it was. So let them whisper, let them swear you cheated death. Let them fear the impossible truth staring them in the face. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they believe. It doesn't matter how they rationalize it. The only thing that matters is this. You are here, you are stronger, and you are never going back. And that, my dear, is a fate far worse for them than anything they wished upon you. Oh, but you see, my dear, the fun is only just beginning, because rumors, they don't just travel, they spread like a disease, infecting minds, warping perceptions. They take on a life of their own, mutating into something even their creators never intended. And now you're a myth. Oh yes, you've become something more than just a person, more than just a survivor. You are a legend now. The ghost they can't outrun, the whisper in the dark that makes them second-guess everything they thought they knew. Because when they see you now, they don't just see the one they tried to break. They don't see the victim they were so sure would crumble. They see the impossible, and it terrifies them. Because what do you do when you've already thrown everything at someone and they still won't fall? You tried to crush them. They adapted. You tried to isolate them. They thrived alone. You tried to bury them. They clawed their way back up, wearing the dirt like a badge of honor. And now they realize they have no weapons left. No more tricks, no more leverage, no more illusions of power. Because they needed you to play by their rules, to believe in the limits they set for you. But you burned the rule book. And now they're scrambling, searching for a way, any way, to explain your existence in a way that doesn't make them feel weak. Maybe they had help. Maybe it wasn't as bad as we thought. Maybe they're lying. But deep down, they know the truth. You didn't just survive. You transcended. And that is the real horror story, not just for them, but for everyone who ever thought they could put you in a box, slap a label on you, and control the narrative of who you were allowed to be. Because you are no longer just a name on their lips. You are a force, a presence, an unkillable, unstoppable, unshakable phenomenon. And you decide what happens next. Not them. Not anymore. So let them talk. Let them spin their little stories, clutch their pearls, whisper their horror-filled theories. Because while they waste their breath trying to figure you out, you're already 10 steps ahead. And oh, my dear, it only gets better from here. Because now the rumors aren't just whispers in the dark. They're your screams in broad daylight. They're not just talking about you anymore. They're warning about you. Stay away from them. You don't understand what they've been through. Something about them isn't normal anymore. Oh, how delicious. because this is the part they never expected. They thought breaking you would be entertaining, a spectacle, a lesson, a little cautionary tale for the weak. But now you're the cautionary tale. Because you aren't just the one who survived. You're the one who walked out of the wreckage and never looked back. The one who no longer flinches at pain, no longer begs for mercy, no longer plays by their pathetic, predictable little rules. And that makes you dangerous. Not because you seek revenge. No. That's what they fear. But it's not what truly haunts them. It's not your rage that keeps them up at night. It's your silence. Because they expect anger. They expect you to lash out, to fight, to seek retribution. That would make sense to them. That would make you just like them. But instead, you do something far worse. You move on. You don't argue. You don't explain. You don't waste a single breath justifying your existence. You let them drown in their own paranoia while you keep moving forward, untouched, unbothered, unstoppable. And oh, how that kills them inside. Because they needed you to need them, needed you to react, to engage, to validate their importance in your story. But now, they are nothing to you. And that is a fate far worse than vengeance. Because while they rot in their own misery, tangled in the lies they spun about you, you are out there becoming something even greater. And that, my dear, is why they will never, ever win. Ah, welcome, my delightful connoisseurs of chaos, my collectors of whispers and wildfire. You've heard the tales, haven't you? The hushed voices, the frantic gasps, rumors spilling from trembling lips like a disease. They swear you should be gone, buried, defeated, wiped off the board like a mistake they'd rather forget. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still laughing. Oh, how it eats them alive. See, people love a tragedy, as long as it's not their own. They cheer for the hero, they weep for the fallen, but nothing excites them quite like the spectacle of someone they hate going down in flames. They needed you to lose. It made them feel safe. It reassured them that the world still made sense, that effort meant something, that the bad guy always gets what's coming. But what happens when you don't stay down? What happens when you claw your way back up from the abyss, grinning like a demon that just enjoyed the trip to hell? Panic. They can't explain it. It breaks their little rules, their fragile cause and effect reality. You were supposed to be finished, ruined, erased from existence. But instead you emerged stronger, sharper, untouchable. And now they don't know what to do with you. So they talk, desperate, frenzied, spitting out theories, conspiracies, anything to make sense of what they don't understand. No, it's impossible. They must have cheated. No one survives that. It has to be a trick, a lie, a glitch in the universe. But deep down, in places they don't dare speak of, a far more